Where are we?
We're at the Desert Skate Ranch.
Not Keen Ramps World Headquarters?
No, we're at Desert Skate Ranch World Headquarters. Also the only physical Desert Skate Ranch location. So we just came out for the day, just to hang out. More or less just to hang out. So my friend Mike Donnellan, who's the founder and executive director of the Action Sports Kids Foundation, he's been wanting to come out here. He's from Texas, so he's kind of like a redneck at heart. And he was like, yeah, I want to go hang out in the desert and swim in your pool, and I'll bring Sean, skater kid, and we'll just hang out, barbecue, drink some beers, maybe shoot some pellet guns. And I was like, oh yeah, like I could probably swing it. And then I was talking to you, and I was like, you know, now that I think about it, we've done a lot of stuff here recently.
Yeah, you have. I was bummed when I wasn't here for when you built that.
Yeah, we did the dome. Or no, you were around when we did the dome, right?
No, I wasn't here.
No?
No.
Oh my God, that was such a
I mean,
headache.
I'm not saying it's your fault. I think we were both, it just didn't line up for when you built that, but.
You didn't miss anything when it comes to that dome.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to be able to bang it out with like 4 guys over a weekend. We ended up doing like 3 weekends with probably 12 guys. It ended up being a lot more intensive than we thought, because it's basically these strips. There's 5 of them that make one ribbon, and at first we were like, yeah, we'll put 1 ribbon up at a time. We'll put 5 on the ground, and then we'll put up a ribbon, and then that wasn't really working. Then we put together 4 ribbons at one time, and then as you get up there, everything, you know, starts shifting and tweaking. And then one day it was windy when we tried to do it.
Oh God.
So then it's like blowing around, and we're like up on the telehandler, and we had this scissor lift.
It was just a project, massive
It
project.
was such a headache. The first time we brought all our wives and girlfriends, and they were sports about it.
Yeah, I saw Rosie driving the tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had fun with it. So this is the Thrasher Deathmatch mini ramp that we made for the 2023 Thrasher Deathmatch in Joshua Tree. That was essentially, most of the jobs we do like that are essentially a rental of sorts, because after it's done, whoever hired us to do the job, they don't really want the ramp or have plans with it. There has been times where people have an idea of what they want to do with the ramp after, and they'll give it to us. But in this circumstance, they didn't have any plans for it. So I hit up my contacts over there, and I was just like, hey, would you guys be okay with us using that ramp at the skate ranch? I just wanted to make sure there wasn't any like intellectual property like associated with like the art or anything. And I just, you know, I didn't want to like put a bad taste in the Thrasher guys' mouths, and just make sure it was cool. And they were like, yeah, dude, go for it. Like, we don't care. The main reason it's here is I eventually want the deathmatch to happen here.
Be so sick.
And we're all planting our seeds. Me, Ryan, and TJ all separately have relationships with guys that work over there. So we're in their ears, you know, we're like, hey, Desert Ranch, come on, deathmatch.
Yeah.
It's like they already do it in a desert.
Yeah.
It should be here.
Right. It'd be like the Swamp Fest of the West Coast.
Yeah, kind of like that. This ramp is 30 feet, the containers are 40 feet, so with the additional 10 feet, I want to put a stage there.
Yeah.
So, you know, imagine dudes just blasting airs and guys skating this, and then there's like some punk rock band, Suicidal Tendencies is in the back, or Trash Talk, or whoever is there, and it's all lit up, and there's 1,000 people around here, and there's camping, and there's vendors, and there's food.
Such a sick vision.
Like, I see it. So basically the sentiment from Thrasher all the friends at Thrasher was like, we're probably down, like no promises, but like you gotta get that place, you know, looking a little bit nicer.
Right.
To kind of prove the concept.
Right.
So that's kind of our goal with all of this, is just slowly spruce everything up, save some money, call in some friend favors, get some work done out here. Let's go talk about the pool. So we're at the pool, and it's not for skating for a little while.
I mean, dude, you don't need the pool when you have all of this.
Yeah, and the pool's gnarly.
Yeah.
And it's so it gets so hot out here, and it's just so refreshing to have this.
For sure.
We had talked about it, so this was Ryan's idea, who's one of the partners on this place. And he was like, hey, we're gonna go out there for my buddy's birthday. There's gonna be like 20 or 24 of us or something. It's supposed to be 100 degrees. He's like, what do you think about me filling the pool? I was like, I don't know, like, I guess, yeah, that'd be cool. Like, yeah, just fill it up a little bit. Like, who knows how long it'll even take? Is the well water good for the pool? So he sent us a video and some photos, and he's like, all right, 6-hour update. And, you know, it was like maybe waist deep.
Right.
And then he sends another one, and then he's like, I think I'm just gonna go all the way. And then he finally sent one the next day, like right below the coping. He filled it up all the way.
Dude, sick.
It took it was like 24 and a half or 25 hours to fill.
I would say that's the best addition to the ranch that you've ever done.
People were ecstatic about it. So the pool being filled has kind of opened our eyes to
The possibilities.
of other things we can do out here.
Oh, this could be like the day club halfway to Vegas.
Yeah, it was funny, like my wife was like, oh, I actually care about that place now. I'm down to go.
Boom.
And like, I think Eric Bragg texted TJ and was like, you went from having a whatever-ish skate park in the middle of nowhere to having like a worldwide destination.
Filling this up was the best addition to the place. Before we go look at the rest of the property, you wanna get some clips?
Yeah, just roll around. I was trying to like pop all crazy. I was like, yeah, I'm going big.
It's the first push of the day. Whew. Let's air out here.
Yeah.
It's thin.
When it's this hot.
Yeah. Nice.
It felt cool. Yeah, that was it.
Good, right?
Yeah, that was great.
Thanks.
Solid.
That was good?
Yeah.
Tail stalling on the way up.
That shit's big.
Yeah, it's pretty big, man.
About going switch blunt and I didn't have the speed.
Damn. You okay? Oh!
For those of you who know the death match or maybe went to it or watched it on social media, you will notice that you do not have the death pocket. And some people were kind of like giving me a hard time about it. They're like, dude, you're gonna bring that thing here and not have the death pocket? One, I kind of do want to give Thrasher the intellectual property of that. Like that was their idea. They paid us to make that. Like that just lived there at Deathmatch. And then also it was just so gnarly. Like some of the best transition skateboarders in the world were there. Maybe 4 people made it around it or 5 or something. And all we saw was rides around it, front side and back side. We saw a front 50, a back 50, 150 that was really early on in the beginning when everyone was just warming up. And I don't think anybody smithed it. No nose grinds. No
I understand people wanting it here because it's iconic, but at the same time, it's like, dude, it's just too gnarly.
And it was also just deadly. There's
Yeah.
enough dangerous stuff here.
Yeah.
The pool is insane. We've already had some concussions in there. The wave, everything. Like, there's so much other stuff to break yourself off on, and that thing like was just too gnarly. And at the end of the day, I want the stage here. That's more important.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna be so iconic and so memorable when you see a band that you like, and you're chilling here, and the sun's going down, and you have that like awesome desert sky horizon, and a band's playing, and people are skating, and vibes are high. Like, that's what we need more than somebody like breaking their neck on the Death Pocket.
Yeah.
That being said, we have an awesome ramp. It's 6 foot tall. It's 30 feet wide. That section is 7 foot tall. This is 8 foot tall, and it's cut on a 7 foot radius.
So it's really tight.
It almost hits vert.
Yeah.
That section is vert. This is 1 foot of vert.
Yeah.
So it's not easy.
No.
It's not a beginner ramp. All right, so we're in, we call this campland. So one of the things we want to do here is offer camping. Like, there's people who own land out in like Joshua Tree and stuff, and they just have a bunch of land, and they're like, yeah, pull up and have a good time, pack all your trash in and out, and it's just like a safe and secure, privately owned place to camp, and you pay like $30 a night. So we want to do something like that, but we have the benefit of, hey, come skate this really rad Thrasher Deathmatch Mini, skate the skate park, we got the pool, and then over time we'll have, you know, lawn games and like other fun amenities to enjoy. So we're kind of doing this thing similar to like a state beach campground, right? Where, like, you pull up, you have your designated spot to park, and then you have your area with usually a picnic table and a fire pit, and then everything from there is whatever you want to do in that space. We got the 5 campsites. We just marked out like a 25 by 50 space. We've got a couple fire pits down there. For now, we do not have a formal restroom or shower. We do have the well for water, so you can kind of hose yourself down, and then we have a porta potty. That over there is the soon to be, we're calling it the 6-shooter shitter and shower. We have a little DIY septic system, and then we got to run a ditch witch over to here to feed water to it. So that's going to be really cool, having an outdoor shower that'll also be heated for in the winter. This place is a little bit tough. I thought progress was going to happen quicker. You know, we got it back in October or November, and I was like, yeah, by spring it's gonna be ready to go. And you know, life happens, and like, I have a kid and multiple businesses and properties to manage, and TJ and Ryan have multiple businesses and jobs and freelance gigs. So you know, there's times where none of us can get out here for a little bit, but thankfully we have been chipping away. You know, we've made a good amount of progress. And then those cubes over there, the infamous tweaker cubes, those were built by the previous owner. He wanted to make them into cabins of sorts, and they were right next to the skate park, and they were really bothering us. Like, yes, the proximity to the skate park is cool, but they were just such an eyesore, and anytime we were doing photos or videos, we're like, oh, those goddamn cubes, let's get those out of here. So we put them over there next to where the pond used to be. So one day we want to fill that pond again, and with those cubes there, we're gonna put a pitch roof across both of them, put some sliding glass doors on the front, which we already have, and then build a deck off the front, so that if and when the pond gets filled, that deck is gonna serve as like sort of a dock.
You can get proposed to there.
Totally, yeah.
Married, whatever.
I would love to have this place dialed enough, like to that point in like, let's say a year, where like the grounds are all groomed, it's less like tweaker looking, and you know, we could put up like a little arch somewhere and some seating. And
you know, it's funny that you say that this is progress here isn't happening as fast as you thought it would. I feel the exact opposite. I mean, obviously it's not my business, but like when you first told me about this, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like 3 years before this thing is like even remotely ready to go. And it's already on listings now. It's been like 6 months.
Right now we're on Peerspace. There's 3 categories that this property is available for. It's I think meetings, events, and shoots. So you can obviously do whatever you want. You don't have to get a permit.
Wild West vibes out here.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you also, like, a lot of the other venues have a lot of rules and regulations about bringing in alcohol. We're okay with alcohol. No fireworks, no firearms. We do have a list of rules. It's kind of fun as like we're getting it going, because now we're putting together different documents of like check-in procedures and rules and regulations, and it's starting to feel more official.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to like getting to the point where we're making like signage everywhere, and it's like campland, cabin land. Oh, go to the 6-shooter, shitter, and shower. So yeah, we're having fun.